Hello. I pulled out some wood and cut it down, sanded it, oiled it, and I am ready to make a little pallet sign. This one, I think is 9 by 7. Yeah, 9 by 7. So it's not huge, but it's not terribly small either. I put out on Facebook asking what my friends would like to see on this, and one of them said she would love to see blessed on it. And so that's what I'm going to do. And she said she wanted it in gold. I'm sure because of these strips of gold down there. I'm not sure how this will show up. So I thought about doing this as a shadow and then this over the top to help it kind of pop up. So we're going to try this out and see how it looks. I have pulled my lettering out, but with this cursive, it's kind of hard for me to guess where it's going to start and end. So I'm hoping I don't go all OCD on it because I don't think it lined up great, but we'll see. The nice thing about chalk is you can never make a mistake. Hey there, thanks for joining. You can always erase it because chalk is water soluble. And this has been oiled, so it would come off pretty well. It wouldn't soak too much into the grain. And so I'm going to go with gold. And then I am going to do, yellow, and then I'm going to do the gold overlay. So let's get that stir stick over here for that too. And I will start out with the yellow. This is called Daffodil. It's just a really light color. I think it'll show up nicely on this dark wood. And like I said, I'm going to do 2 layers. The yellow and then the gold. See how I went off my palette a little, off the transfer onto my palette a little bit? I'll show you how easy that is to clean up. I have a Q-tip here and a spray bottle of water here. Just getting the tip of the Q-tip wet, and then I'm going to come along and pull it right off the board. How easy was that? So you can't really mess up with chalk. Ink, on the other hand, is a little less forgiving. All right. I'm going to move this a smidge and clean out this B really, really fast. I'm going to take a Lysol wipe and wipe out the front and the back of the screen so that once I dry this, I can use it again with the gold and we can see how it looks. Because I feel like this is a little too bright compared to that. What do you think? All right. So I wiped out the front, I'm wiping out the back. I'm just going to put it here on my towel, pressing it down, and I'm going to take a paper towel here and dry out the front of the silk screen. And I'm going to make sure that this is completely dry. Oops, it's not plugged in. Kind of helps if you're a little prepared, but hey, we all have those days, right? All right, here we go. Hair dryer works. I'm using the heat gun. Thanks for joining, guys. Go ahead and say hello when you hop on so I know who's watching. And I will do another comment giveaway. If you comment on this post, we will do a drawing. And then all the commenters go into the drawing and you'll receive some happy mail. Just sent out some to a couple people already from my last live. So I'm just lining this back up so that I can see the gold or the daffodil 100% through here. And then what I'm going to do is just move it a smidge so I can see some of the red heartwood through it. And this is where I'm going to pull my gold chalk in. And I'm pretty excited to see how this looks. Because like I said, I didn't think the gold would pop off enough, but I think with this yellow behind it, it'll be amazing. All right. It does not take a lot of chalk to get this done. And this is a shimmer gold. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see all the shimmer through the camera lens, but I will pull it up high so you can check it out. And because this is a pellet board I made, every joint is not smooth. So I am trying to go only one direction so that this does not shift. And there we go. You can see here where it pulled up a little bit of my daffodil chalk, but I can go back and fix that. I can show you guys how to do that. If it doesn't dry completely or it's still a little warm, sometimes it can do that. Let me go ahead and dry that up. What do you think? Do you like the yellow behind the gold? All right, on to my next letter. And we do want to let the board return back to room temperature. We do not want to melt our transfers. They are... Hey, Misty. Hello, Jordan. How are you ladies doing? All right. So I am doing Blessed because a friend suggested that I do it on this board that I built. So I'm just basically placing letters and doing shadowing. Super easy stuff. But depending on how this placement is when I am done, I may be adding something because I can never be sure about the spacing on these until I am done. Well, I didn't press hard enough through there, so I do have a little spot showing through. I will show you how to fix that too. See, all my mistakes are helping you learn something. So it's never a bad thing. All right. What are you ladies doing today? Anything fun? Oh, I hope you went outside today. Today was gorgeous. Went out and chatted on the phone for a while just to get out of the house and enjoy that beautiful weather. It was amazing. All right, I'm going to show you how to fix that L where I messed up. Like I said, I just used the Lysol wipe to clean it, and now I'm drying it. And then I am placing it back over. Make sure you comment because I am going to do a winner for somebody who comments on my post. So if you comment, your name will go into the drawing and you could win some Happy Mail. Get a surprise in the mail for you. I believe Misty was our last live share comment winner. And what I'm doing is just pressing through where it didn't go before. And then I can lift it up and it's fixed. How easy was that? All right, I'm going to go on and do all of the yellow first, and I'm just going to set this aside. And we'll go back and do the gold afterwards. These letters I have used over and over again. I can't even tell you how many times these have been used. So, just goes to show that these are reusable transfers. I'm not blowing smoke when I tell you that. I'm going to try and go up at an angle, so I'm not going to connect all the letters. We'll see how that looks. Tonight is Experiment Sunday, I guess. And like I said, all of these joints are not perfect because, well, I built this, so, and I am not a woodworker. Yay, that worked all right. That wasn't bad. Oh, good. I'm glad you got outside. It was gorgeous. It was not a day that you want to be wasted for sure. And naps are always awesome. I think the only people who hate naps are little kids. My daycare complains every time it's nap time. They have no clue how lovely it is that they get to do that in the middle of the day. All right. And it has returned back to temperature. And I'm just going to keep staggering up, and hopefully it won't look too weird. That might be a little too much. All right, and this one I'm going to use 2 times in a row. If I go quickly, the chalk won't dry in the silk screen, and I'll be able to, I'm going to use a different tool here. Some of these are really skinny and I need to get in there. But anyway, if I go quickly, it won't dry in the silk screen, and I can use it a few times in a row and not have any issues. I think it's because I have made a bajillion signs, and no, that's not a real amount, but I feel like I've made so many signs where I've had to spell things out, last names, wedding signs, things like that. You just get kind of used to it. Also, I think my obsessive compulsive tendencies help me to line things up pretty well. I just kind of look at, today during church, I was looking at a centerpiece, and I was like, that thing is off. It's even on one side and it's not even on the other, and it just kept bothering me. I think it's just like, seriously, I have issues. It's not a good thing. All right. Make sure you say hello when you jump on, because I am doing a giveaway for anyone who comments on this live. And if you didn't catch mine from yesterday with Hannah, we did a whole bumblebee vignette, and it's amazing. And we're going to give away this awesome bag to anyone who shares that live. How cool is this drawstring bag? And that is in ink, so it is permanent and it can be washed. All right, back to the E. You always go crooked, huh? Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of going for crooked, so I guess if I went crooked, no one would know. Whoops. As you can tell, I've oiled the wood very, very well. You know, the building we attend church in, because we're building our own church, so we're meeting in the Club for Boys, and the Club for Boys is not open. And so we broke our church services down. So it is just a small group, and we're meeting in a home and doing multiple services a day. And so, yes, thank goodness, because Amity needs church and I need God, and my church is still open. Yay. Keeps my spirits high. It's very hard. I mean, I read my Bible every single day. Although if I make a confession on Saturdays, I get very busy, and so Saturdays I tend not to read my Bible, which is not good. But I read it every other day, and you know, I get it that way. But it is so good to hear it and learn from somebody else. So I'm so thankful that we're able to break down really small and do multiple services. I miss seeing everyone, but it works. We're not afraid. We're believers in healing, and believers that Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forever, and that he is our need meter. And I don't think any of us are afraid of Corona, and we just exercise wisdom and go from there. So, all right, there I am done with the yellow. So I'm going to put my lid on so my chalk doesn't dry out. And then I'm going to go back to the letters. And they're all sticky, ready again. And let's see, I went downwards after I lined it up. So here it is lined up perfectly, and then I'm just jagging it down. And that's where we're going to do the gold. And I love this little multi-tool, so I'm going to use that again. It doesn't take a lot of chalk. And just pressing through the silk screen. One direction. When you're on oiled wood, where it can shift around, or when you're on fabric where it can shift around, it is just best to go one direction and not test your luck. All right. So there we go. And that one did not, because I waited for everything to dry and cool down. It didn't pull up any of that daffodil underneath. What do you think? Do you like the layers? I didn't want to not go gold, but like I said, I was worried that that gold would be too dark to really show. And I'm hoping that doesn't pull up because I forgot to dry that. Sometimes you get going and make silly mistakes. If it did, I will fix it. Show you how easy it is to fix. Yay, it didn't. We're good. We're good. Not wanting to make that mistake again, so I'm going to dry it. Yeah, South Dakota doesn't have any of those restricting laws that some of the other places have, you know, where it's only two or more. I mean, I've heard some real heartbreaking stories about people not being able to get married because it's down to 2 people, and so the minister can't be in the room with them. So some of the stuff's getting really extreme and really just kind of crazy. I'm washing the E out again because I'm going to need it right there. And how I used this before 2 times in a row, I'm not going to do because it'll be clogged up with the glitter and I'm not going to be able to see for placement. So I'm going to wash this one out too as well. I see we've got some viewers who are being quiet. Don't be a silent watcher. Comment, please. Let me know you're watching. If you comment, you can win a prize. And who doesn't like a prize? Who doesn't like to win? Winning is awesome. I know it's kind of late, but I just built this and I got so excited. I wanted to put something on it. And when Paula said blessed in gold, I got really excited. And I thought, yep, let's do it now. Is it sad that I get excited about wood? About creating signs? Sold a lot of signs in the last couple of days. It's pretty awesome. All right. The E, because the gold goes over the daffodil, it kind of looks like it doesn't have an opening, but there's really no way for me to give it that shadowing without doing it that way. So I know it looks like that, but that's what I had to do. All right. I'm going to do the S real quick here. Oh, it's still a little wet. Let me dry that again with a paper towel. And what do you think? Should I add some accents to this or just leave it simple? Because I can do some accents if you want it. Whatever you guys want to see, I will do. I could do hearts, stars, whatever you want to see. I have another little piece like this that's short, and I thought about shaping it like a tag and putting it across here with so, but I don't know. I don't know if that'll be a little too much. You'll have to let me know in the comments what you think. Hey, Abby, how are you doing today? I miss my little Molly girl. I can't wait for this craziness to end so that I can see my kids again. I like how I call them my kids. They're other people's kids, but I miss them so much. I can't imagine being the school teachers and going from seeing the kids every day to what seems like a nice vacation to, hey, this vacation's not going to end. I think it's a really sad state. I know how much I miss my kids who come to visit me and when they can't come visit. So I can't imagine your permanent children in your classroom and not seeing them. I think our teachers have it pretty hard. Two of my sisters, my sister-in-law and my stepsister, are teachers, and I know they miss their kids terribly. Yeah, I kind of like the idea of the tag too. I'll go ahead and cut it up into a tag shape, and I will message you, Misty, since you said that, and show you what it would look like and see what you think. But here it is, really simple, blessed, and in shimmery gold. I'll go ahead and fix that up too while I'm at it, but I'll have to wash the bee, so I will do it on the side and post a picture in the comments. Thank you so much for joining, Misty, and all of the others, and I will talk to you later. Happy chalking!